Alright, time for BGL Week 3. From the sound of things, this week's seed is ridiculously easy, but that doesn't mean I'm not still nervous, so let's just give it a go. Alright, hello, Florida. Specifically, these are going to be in the Miami area. Let me just take a quick peek around just to see if there's any other clues that I really need to be looking for, or if I should just literally just look for this intersection. So Southwest 95th Avenue running north-south. And 51st Street. Alright, Southwest 95th Avenue. Southwest 95th Avenue. 51st Street, we can't see if it's southwest or northwest. Hold up, block in. 51st Street. 95th Avenue. Are we right here? Right? That makes sense to me. We're looking north. Southwest 95th Avenue. Double checking, I've got time. Southwest 95th Avenue. Southwest 51st Street. Is there a lake to our east? Can we see that? That would make sense. Let's go. Yes, sir. 5K. Alright, good start. So yeah, very easy round one. On to round two. I mean, the evergreen trees make me think Pacific Northwest. Oh, this is convenient. Rohnert Park, California. Is that a town that I can find? Oh boy, I have a minute left. Trying to zoom out a bit. I can't joke this. Oh, there it is. Oh, whew. Okay, I found it. That was a little... Alright, post office. I mean, this seems to be in like a little bit of a shopping center. Maybe... Bro, can I... Alright, there's a post office down here. Yeah, southwest. Is this where... No, that's not the same one. I probably just put it right in the middle of the town. Oh, wait. Right here. We're right here, aren't we? Right? Yes, sir! Another 5K. Sweet. Okay, let me turn off my notifications real quick, because this is getting annoying. So 2 5Ks in the first two. I don't know why I'm still feeling, like, so nervous. Like, I think me just knowing that this is supposed to be an easy seed makes me more nervous than I otherwise would be. Because I know that, like, that I'm supposed to, like, succeed on this one. I'm supposed to do well on this. So if I don't do well, then that's just, like, yeah. But yeah, so, so far, so good. On to round three. Florida? That's not a Florida license plate. That's okay. There's a hint of red in the, I don't know if that's the part of the license plate or if that's part of the license plate frame. That little hint of red in the bottom left corner. My first thought was Florida. Oh, that's a front plate. Is that? No, there's no front plate there. Oh boy. Okay. Let me try to look at the plates. Is this Ohio? That looks like an Ohio plate with a little bit of, with a hint of yellow in the bottom right corner. That one as well. Is this Cleveland, Ohio? That would also explain why there's a bit of a mix in license plates, some being front plates, some being back plates. I believe Ohio removed the front plate requirement in 2015, I believe. And it makes enough sense with the surroundings. My first thought was Florida because of the pavement. This feels like the type of thing you'd see in Florida, but the buildings and just looking in this direction, this does feel a bit more like the Ohio area. Can I find a YMCA in Cleveland, Ohio? Cleveland is such a massive city. There's no way I'm going to find... I don't suppose I have a street name. No. I think I'm just going to keep my marker where it is. I'll keep it where it is. Damn it. All right, it was not in fact Cleveland. All right. So I went with Cleveland there as opposed to Columbus. I'm sure I'm not the only person to make that mistake. But yeah, so I went with Cleveland for a couple of reasons. One, because I feel like that's the most common town to get in GeoGuessr of all the, from my experience anyway, of all the Ohio towns. And it just felt a bit more north. And I guess I don't really spawn in Columbus that often, but I think I stand by the logic of going Cleveland there. Even though, in theory, Columbus would hedge with both Cleveland and Cincinnati. I don't know if there were any other clues on that one to suggest Columbus, but yeah, so not a perfect score that time around. Did anyone get a perfect score on this, actually? No. All right, on to round 4. Obviously this is going to be out west. No front plate, so it's either Arizona or New Mexico. Do we see any mountains? Or like anything, like a license plate? I mean, we can kind of see part of a license plate in the distance, but that's not enough to really... That might be a New Mexico plate, actually. But this really does feel like a 50-50 between the two states. In fact, wait, can we see to the east? We don't really have a great line of sight to the east, but I think... We have enough of a line of sight to where we'd be able to see mountains, right? So maybe it's not Albuquerque, maybe it is Phoenix. Because I think Phoenix also has mountains to the east, where they're not as prominent as Albuquerque. What about to the southwest? Can we see anything to the... I'm looking at the complete wrong direction. No, we can't see anything in the southwest either. Okay, where else would this be? What about, like, El Paso? No, too many cars without front plates. But obviously this is going to be a deserty area. Dude, I feel more inclined to go Albuquerque. Even though that's not going to be right. Because that doesn't look like an Arizona plate. It just looks like there's a bit too much orange. That looks like a New Mexico plate. I don't think this is Albuquerque, though. But I don't have a better guess. Should I put it, like, more south? Oh, it was Albuquerque. Okay. Whew. Or outside of Albuquerque, but... That could have been bad. So it's a good thing I didn't go with Phoenix, and it's a good thing I didn't totally bail on Albuquerque, even though we couldn't see mountains to the east, but I'm not going to complain about that one. That was... Alright, final round. 45th Street West. Where are we? No front plate. I can't tell what that plate is. I mean, this kind of feels like roughly southeast. Oh, that's a Florida plate. Montgomery Plaza. That I don't think that helps. 904. Do I know 904? Is that Tampa? I might be right. I might be confusing it with like 704 or something. 904, 904, 904. So it says Montgomery Plaza. I don't think that's Montgomery, Alabama. I think Alabama's area codes all start with 2. And this just feels way more like Florida than it does Alabama. Come to think of it, I think there is an area code in Alabama that doesn't start with a 2, but I don't know what it is. Could be 904 for all I know. Cleveland Road and 45th Street West. Running east-west. Is there a 45th Street in Tampa that runs east-west? No. Uh-oh. 30 seconds left to figure this one out. We see very clearly that is a Florida license plate. Has to be Florida. Is it further north? Is it more like Tallahassee? Low on time. I don't want to... I feel like I shouldn't keep it in Tampa. I feel like I should move it a bit further north. Maybe to Orlando. I'm going to put it more like there as a hedge. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I moved it last second. So it was Jacksonville. I don't think I would have guessed Jacksonville. You know, I guess if I had, like, actually... if I could actually, like, think a bit faster... I could have actually, like, you know, checked the big cities and been like, oh, hey, Jacksonville has numbered streets that are, like, 45th Street. I could have been able to find that, potentially. But... You know, it's a good thing that I moved my marker last second like that. I just saved a lot of points. So, disaster averted. What was my final score? 23.2. I think I did better last week. Yeah, so this was a super easy seed. Where does this put me for, like, on the week? I feel like it's not even... Okay, 9 out of... How many people have played so far? Okay, 9 out of 31. But yeah, so immediate thoughts. So, yeah, I 5K'd the first two. Those were both... Well, I'm glad I found the town for number 2. It was very possible that I wasn't going to find that at all. Yeah, so overall thoughts with this round. Well, first and foremost, I should definitely make it a point to play earlier in the week, because just the fact that people kept putting in the chat that this was an easy seed, I think that kind of got to my head a little bit. Now, granted, it didn't really affect my performance like at all, I feel like. Maybe number 5, maybe if I was thinking a bit more clearly, I might have scrolled into Jacksonville and seen that they have streets that matched up with like West 45th Street. But that's about the only thing that I feel like would have gone differently. Potentially. I also might just be coping. Yeah, all in all, good round. Let's see how everyone else does. So I'm kind of recording stuff out of order here. Usually I like to record this recap part before doing the following week's challenge. I've already done the week 4 challenge. This is already late Sunday night of week 4, but yeah, it's time to see how everyone did for week 3. It's been a while since I did this challenge, so I'm going to have to be reminded myself here. So, yeah, round 1 was Florida. What the hell was this one? Oh, was this? Oh, yeah, this was the one where we spawned in and it was just an intersection. How many people 5K'd this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's so many people clumped up here, it's actually hard to count. Looks like 15 of us 5K'd. A ton of people in the Miami area. I'm not going to bother counting all of them. Round 2 was... Oh, yeah, this was the one where there was the address on the UPS thing. How many people 5K'd this? Got the exact spot here. Geez, again, everyone's all clumped up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I think. Maybe 14 there. With another good number of people, like, in the, just in the town. Then it makes sense that the rest of the guesses would kind of be scattered around in, like, Northern California. Because, like, I mean, if you can't find the town, it makes enough sense to put it in those spots. So round 3 was Ohio. And apparently there was an Ohio flag. Let me actually click on this again. I did not see the Ohio flag. All I saw was the license plates. I think, yeah, okay, the Ohio flag was right there. Yeah, I did not see that first time around. I just saw that license plate there with a little hint of yellow in the bottom right corner. And that license plate there, hint of yellow, bottom right corner. How do people know that that was Columbus and not Cleveland or Cincinnati? Nobody guessed Cincinnati, actually. Wow, that genuinely surprises me. You'd think that there would have been at least a couple people there. How many people guessed Cleveland? So there were 4 in Cleveland, a couple that were, like, nearby. And a bunch of guesses in Columbus. How many people got Columbus? 15, 16 people in Columbus, I believe. Obviously no 5Ks. That would have been very difficult to 5K. Oh, also, I just realized it's been so long since I've done this little recapping of the week. I didn't even go over, oh, I finished X number. I finished this position this week. So this week I got 11th out of 36. So, you know, pretty good. Anyway, round 4. New Mexico. How many of us got Albuquerque? 17, 18. This wasn't quite a 5K, was it? Can I zoom in? Hello? Game? Load? Okay. Yeah, that one was close to a 5K, but no cigar. So yeah, once again, a ton of people getting the right town. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason that this seed, I'll be curious to see the exact number of, like, I'll be curious to see the average score for this seed, because I already forget what it is. But other guesses, yeah, there were some that were in Arizona, some in Las Vegas. Yeah, it makes sense that there would be some guesses in those areas as well. Because it was just not clear. Like, you couldn't even see the mountains of the east. And round 5. How many people got Jacksonville? Holy Toledo. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, including, was that 8 5Ks? Yeah, 8 5Ks. So here are the week 3 results. So the unfortunate elephant in the room here is that Mile High Express, we had a guy who didn't play this week, but, you know, every once in a while that'll happen. And at the end of the day, this league is just for fun anyway, so it's like, if someone misses a week, yeah, whatever. That being said, I have no intention of ever missing a week myself, but that's also because I don't have a life. But yeah, you'll also notice, that's a lot of yellow on the screen. That's a lot of 5Ks. Week 2, 1 5K. Week 1, 4 5Ks. Week 3, 16 5Ks on round 1, 14 5Ks on round 2, 8 5Ks on round 3. 38 5Ks. So here are your top 10 scores of the week, and their scores relative to average and stuff. These numbers are all basically the same. This was a lot cooler in my head. All the scores were so high that you can't even really tell. Oh, and these, I have never fixed the color coding on this. Yeah, so this weekly, this like top 10 weekly leaders thing made a lot more sense in my head. This isn't actually that cool to look at. Except I guess that, like, it shows that, oh, hey, Wisconsin had 3 of the top 8 scores this week. They had 3 guys score 24K, and Wisconsin got 95K this week. Like, the maximum theoretical score that a team can get is 100K on the dot, which obviously that's never going to happen. 95K, that's got to be a record, I assume. Right? Oh, Wisconsin had 93K the week before. But yeah, 95K, that is a record. So Wisconsin and Pittsburgh both won, Green Bay, Bloomington both lost. Minnesota, Sacramento both won. Mile High Express, Colorado both lost. The Colorado teams are combined 0-6. That's funny. Hey, I'm just saying, in terms of average score, we are number 4 in the league. So there's 2 weeks left. Okay, technically, as of recording this, there's only 1 week left. But I haven't put the week 4 results in the doc yet. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, just because the East is the worst team in the East is 2-1, and the best team in the West is 1-2. Everybody is still technically alive in the playoff race, I think. So that's exciting, at least. Individual leaders. Average score this week was actually, the average score was less than it was the week before. The average score for the past 2 weeks, they're both 20.7k, whereas week 1 was 16.7k. All right, and I think that's all that I really needed to talk about. So I am kind of behind on uploading these because I'm recording this right now at the end of week 4, and this is the week 3 video. Hopefully I'll upload both weeks 3 and 4 in the coming days, but we'll see. But I guess that's it from me for now, so see y'all next week.